Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. Welcome to the fifth day of a series of webinars and hands-on training session on Google Apps and web tools presented by the English Alumni Society, NAMAL. My name is Aisha Qayyum Gilani and I'm your host for today's session. Prior to starting today's webinar and virtual workshop, let's commence with the recitation of the Holy Quran. And for that, I'd request Mr. Muhammad Sabgutullah to recite a few verses from the Holy Book.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Now I request all the participants to please mark their attendance in the attendance poll. We will begin the session in 5 minutes.
I hope the poll is visible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Three people are left. Please hurry up. Everyone, those who are not co-hosts, please mark your attendance. Okay, Aisha, you can continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a world where digital proficiency is increasingly vital, it's crucial for students to master Google Apps and other online tools to excel in both academic and professional pursuits. Our series of webinars and practical training sessions are tailored to provide participants with the expertise and abilities needed to maximize the potential of these robust tools. Through engaging in these sessions, attendees will not only attain proficiency in utilizing these tools, but they'll also develop the confidence to effectively integrate them into their everyday tasks, resulting in heightened productivity, efficiency, and achievement. Yesterday, we had an outstanding session on Google site under the mentorship of Mr. Tayyib Rafi. And today, I'm pleased to announce that we are joined by another honorable guest speaker, Ms. Zainab Mumtaz Baloch, for an insightful session on Flipgrid and Padlet. She did her bachelor's in English from NAML, and in her last semester, she joined the first cohort for English Works. She's currently working at the Sustainable Development Policy Institute as a project assistant on projects focused on women inclusion in local government, trade, and increasing ease for doing business. English Works has helped her gain confidence, speak with knowledge, and has provided her with the right tools to use and stand out at her professional workspace. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us today. I request you to please commence with your presentation.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Aisha, for a warm welcome. I'm very happy and delighted to see so many of you. Hello, everybody. This is Zainab Mumtaz Baloch, and I'm just like a normal human, just like you guys. And I'm so happy to see so many of you who have joined us for this session. So using web tools is a need of the hour. As we know that COVID has taught us that using web tools is a necessity that everybody must have. So as we see that, we started using Zoom, Google Meet, and such other apps, but we remain very limited to using such apps. For instance, we were not very expert at doing this, and it was the first time we were actually requested to use Zoom for our online classes. Most of us wouldn't join or use them at all. So with this time, as COVID processed, हम लोग को ये बात पता लग गई कि using these web tools is of high importance. And using it is very important as considering कि एक तो ये बहुत ही convenient हो जाता है. Secondly, it is time saving, it is time effective, is very seamless. It creates collaborations, it creates it connects you across borders. So for instance, I was doing this course English Works while we were actually sitting in Islamabad, some were sitting in DJ Khan, some were sitting in some Laya, some people were sitting in Karachi. We were all connected on one portal that was English Works, and we were basically created sort of an environment जहाँ पर हम लोग सब एक classroom में बैठे होते थे, but we were just living apart. हम लोग सब different distances पर थे, but still एक ही जगह पर connected थे. So this was all because of the digital technologies that we had at that time. And with time, हम लोगों को different technologies को सिखाया गया, and under the leadership of Ma'am Iram Shehzadi, Ma'am Sana Jafri, and other teachers who taught us different, these digital tools. They actually helped me success in life, alhamdulillah. The first internship that I did in SARS Chamber of Commerce and Industry was something that was actually an achievement that I made after English Works. So basically, जब मैंने वो internship के लिए apply किया, तो they wanted me कि मैं वहाँ पर social media post design करनी थी. अब somebody who was very, जिसको नहीं पता होगा web tools का, तो they wouldn't be able to make it. However, we were made experts on using the tools like Canva. So I did make a use of it. On first time, मैंने एक brochure design किया, and it was approved by the secretary of SAR Chamber. So I designed the brochure, and it is undergoing still the process of being published because 8 countries के साथ again उसके mechanisms अलग हैं. तो वो अभी भी it has been approved, and it was my first attempt that I made. So you see something कि जो web tools हैं वो आपको इतना successful कर सकते हैं कि वो आपको ना ही सिर्फ interview clear करा दें, बल्कि आपको एक job की तरफ लेकर जा सकते हैं. Again, when I worked in SDPI, now I'm working on multiple projects, and now we are actually making use of the web tools that I've learned through English Works. So I hope today's lecture would be able to somehow, resonate to your field of life as well. So since we know that using web tools is highly significant and important in this period, I hope we can officially begin with the session. So I'll share my screen first and then move towards the first lecture that we have is on Padlet. I hope, wait a minute. I hope you can all see my screen. So we'll simply write down Padlet here. I'll switch my camera off or my internet will start fluctuating, and I'll keep switching it on and off in between as well. So in the meantime, I'll first announce that if you have any questions in between or something, you can always either raise your hand or you can write in the chat window or simply ask me the question at the end of the session as and when we have the question and answer session. So we'll move towards the application of the web tool that is Padlet. So I'll simply write it down here. We'll write Padlet. And it appears here. The first one, you just have to simply log it in. अब क्योंकि मेरा login हुआ हुआ है तो the screen simply appears like this. Otherwise इसमें इतनी ज़्यादा कोई there is no such rocket science. You just have to write it down. You just have to answer the questions जो पूछेगा. For instance, आपका login ID क्या है, email address क्या है, and so on and so forth. So you actually come here and this is the dashboard that appears in front of you. You go to this option that is make a Padlet. So you just make a Padlet and this appears. अब इसमें we have multiple options. What we can do is, for instance, हम लोगों को किस किस्म की gallery create करनी है. अब what you are exactly working on, since we are all almost literature students, तो हम लोग जो है वो different काम कर रहे होते हैं. For instance, हम लोग collaborative group assignments कर रहे होते हैं. So for example, आप लोगों को एक novel दे दिया गया है बप्सी सिद्धवा का Ice Candy Man, and you're working on it, writing the creative analysis of it. So the teacher requests you that nobody should have repetition in the analysis that they make. So nobody should write on feminism. Nobody should write on, the life of a girl who is a dependent person, who is life of Lena and life of Aya. Nobody should write on that. Write something very creative and different. So what would you do? All of you, or either a CR or a GR, can create a brainstorming board. So you will simply go here and open it up, and it appears like this. Wait. My internet is kind of slow. My apologies for that. So for instance, the GR says that, okay, since we all know that we should all not be working on the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a Padlet a board for us. और उसके ऊपर हम लोग जो है वो सब अपने अपने ideas जो है वो लिख सकते हैं. So we will have. तो इसमें ये होता है कि teacher at time. So the teacher can actually tell us कि for instance आप लोगों का जो आप लोगों ने answers क्योंकि different करने हैं तो how would I be able to answer look into it. So what you will do is you will create this. She will herself create a. I don't know why is it not working. Let's try another. So you'll simply go to make a Padlet. And then, for instance, you just create a discussion board. So in this application Padlet, we have multiple options. हम लोग different किस्म के काम कर सकते हैं. इसके ऊपर discussions कर सकते हैं, हम presentations बना सकते हैं, assignments बना सकते हैं, हम लोग creative ideas अपने pinpoint कर सकते हैं. Most of you are going through, must be going through some point out कर रहे होंगे आप लोग हमारा research proposal में हम लोग क्या लिखने वाले हैं या क्या highlight करने वाले हैं या किस चीज के ऊपर focus करने वाले हैं. You can actually pin drop your ideas in here. So basically what you do is, if I open this Padlet, I don't know if it is, why is it not working? here. So you can actually write down. So for example, हम लोग कहते हैं कि जी आपकी मैम ने आपको कहा है कि आइस कैंडी मैन का एक क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस करना. Write down and no duplication. And they simply post it here. Now you see, यहाँ पर ये published है. Now what people can do is, for instance, the teacher can say that everybody has to make up their own comments, so they'll simply add their comments here. For instance, they say feminist theories पे apply होती है, so they'll simply add this comment. Now my account, since it's my account, it says Zainab Baloch has answered this question as feminist, so she'll be able to see that okay, this is my student who stands here. She could have thought out of the box इधर तक या उधर तक ये वाली point ही सोच सकता था. So for instance, this thing happened in our university when Ma'am Sana, one of our teachers, she said कि हैरी पॉटर में से सबको एनालिसिस ऐसा करके लाना है जो कि आज तक किसी ने ना पढ़ा हो. So हम लोग सब सोचते, मतलब हम लोग को brainstorm भी करना था, हमें discussion भी करनी थी. So it was one of our last semesters and we were learning this tool. So हम लोगों ने इस tool के ऊपर जो है वो the whole class discussed what was to happen. So we actually pointed out, okay, this is one thing that you can think of, this is one thing that you can think of. And while everybody pointed out their ideas, so we all knew that, okay, these are few things that are very common. So for instance, if I talk about Harry Potter, everybody knows what theories can be applied in that novel. While if I ask that, okay, you have to think out of the box, I don't want to read anything that is known to everybody. So you'll simply go write something out of the box. So you'll have to stress on your mind, you'll have to put some effort, you'll have to go out of the box to actually see that what is that one thing that nobody is thinking about, and it should be me who should be writing an assignment on that. So you see, you can actually point out or brainstorm your ideas here. Or what everybody else can do is that they may add, for instance, if a teacher has made a dashboard for all of you, a Padlet link. So आप लोग सब भी इधर plus के ऊपर touch करके you can actually add in the information. Acha, the front part of using Padlet is that you're able to share anything in it. So you cannot excuse. For example, अब यहाँ पर आप file भी attach कर सकते हैं अपने ही Padlet में. You can upload anything, you can add anything from your Google Drive or anything. For example, अगर आपने कोई lectures देखे हैं, अगर आप लोग मिसाल के तौर पे किसी assignment के ऊपर काम कर रहे हो, तो आपको करना क्या है कि आप देखना चाहते हो कि भाई YouTube के ऊपर ये जो वीडियो अवेलेबल है एग्जिस्टेंशियलिज्म के ऊपर, दिस इज वेरी रिलेवेंट टू अस, तो आप सिंपली उसका YouTube से लिंक उठाते हैं और इधर पेस्ट कर देते हैं. ठीक है, अब यू पेस्ट इट हियर, यू कैन एक्चुअली राइट योर इनपुट कि भाई एग्जिस्टेंशियलिज्म है क्या, या कौन से राइटर्स जो हैं वो उसके ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं. सो यू विल राइट डाउन द इंफॉर्मेशन हियर एंड देन यू विल सिंपली पिन पॉइंट द वीडियो एंड और अटैच इट एज अ लिंक और साइटेशन एज वेल. आप लोग ऐसे साइटेशन भी कर सकते हैं कि फॉर इंस्टेंस मैम आई हैव कॉपीड दिस आइडिया फ्रॉम दिस वेबसाइट, so this is why I am attaching it here as well. Is it authentic or not? You can be in a conversation as well, in a discussion as well with your friends and colleagues. So you can actually upload anything here. So you can actually, upload a presentation, work page. So for instance, if I upload my picture, right? It will simply appear here. So here it is. And I can change the color. So for example, my teacher says that your write-up should be in red color, or you can choose a different color. So I can simply write it down. I am Jenna, working in STPI and learning about different local government groups working in Pakistan. So for instance, हम लोग इस तरह का कुछ भी लिखते हैं and then I just talk about it and then I publish it here. So ma'am or my teacher or my instructor or my group or my mates can actually see what am I doing, what is my progress. So your teacher can actually ask you that okay, this is how you just have to upload it. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि आप लोगों ने एक बार एक चीज upload कर दी है तो आप for instance उसमें you missed out something, you cannot edit it. You can edit it a trillion times as much as you want to. So you just go here, you write edit, एंड यू कैन एक्चुअली सी कि यहाँ पर आप सब कुछ दोबारा एडिट करके आप रिमूव भी कर सकते हैं. पिक्चर आपको रिमूव करनी है, यू फील लाइक कि आपको तो कुछ और अपलोड करना था. फॉर एग्जांपल आपको तो कोई खाली इमेज ही अपलोड करनी थी, आपको कोई यूट्यूब से पिक्चर कॉपी करनी थी या वेब से कॉपी करके डालनी थी, तो यू कैन एक्चुअली पेस्ट दैट एज वेल. सो इस तरह से हम लोग डिफरेंट जो है हमारे पास ये ऑप्शंस क्रिएट करता है. तो यू कैन सी हमारे पास डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस हैं, हम लोग कर सकते हैं. तो इट इज नॉट समथिंग जो कि लिमिट करता है, इंस्टेड ये आपको एम्पावर कर रहा है कि आप लोग डिफरेंट जो है वो चीजें जो है वो यूज कर सकते हैं. अब इसी तरह से हमारे पास डिफरेंट इसके अंदर ऑप्शंस हैं. व्हाइल आई गो फॉर एंड एक्चुअली यहाँ पर ऐसा है कि ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ यू जस्ट हैव टू मेक अप अ पैडलेट, यू कैन एक्चुअली ज्वाइन अ पैडलेट एज वेल. सो फॉर एग्जांपल मैं एक पैडलेट क्रिएट करूँ और उसका लिंक आपको दे दूं, तो एज मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हैव दैट लिंक, they can as many of them can join. So if I say, for instance, let's just go and make up a presentation. So we'll simply go ahead and make up a presentation. You don't really have to be equipped with using PPT all the time. You know, हम लोग हर टाइम स्लाइड शो वो प्रेजेंटेशंस पीपीटी उसके ऊपर बनानी पड़ती हैं, या अगर उसके कोई सर्टेन एक हमारे पास टूल्स हैं उन्हीं पे बनानी पड़ती हैं. तो वी कैन बी क्रिएटिव एज वेल. यू यूज डिफरेंट टूल्स एंड देन यू नो जब हम लोगों की प्रेजेंटेशन होती थी तो द टीचर्स वुड एक्सपेक्ट कि हम लोग मल्टीपल उनके अंदर एनिमेशंस लेकर आए, मल्टीपल एक सॉर्ट ऑफ क्रिएट करें वेबसाइट्स और स्लाइड्स प्रेजेंट करें, उनके अंदर जो फ्लक्चुएशंस हो रही हो वो डिफरेंट होनी चाहिए. तो यू कैन एक्चुअली डू दैट एज वेल. तो यहाँ पर आप क्या करेंगे कि फॉर एग्जांपल आपने लिखा कि स्लाइड का टाइटल है आपका द नॉवल आइस कैंडी मैन. सो यूल सिंपली राइट इट डाउन हेयर. आप यहाँ से आइस कैंडी मैन की कोई पिक्चर डाउनलोड करें और यहाँ पर पब्लिक पोस्ट कर दें. अब इसी तरह से आप जो है वो फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कलर चूज कर लिया, किसी मुझे ग्रीन चाहिए है, इसी तरह से यूल सिंपली पब्लिश इट है. Up, you can actually create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more slides into it. For example, you say add a section, or section 2 is, for instance, the analysis, and you say done. So you just have to, you can create as many slides as you want to, and you can be creative into it. So you can actually post videos, pictures into it, and then create a multiple sort of a slide that has some visual representation as well. At times, for instance, in my case, I used to find using PPT slides like a really difficult thing initially. So when I found out that here on Padlet, I was able to do it very
Ma'am, can you please repeat the activity? I just missed it. I just joined now.
problem. You actually have to write down a bio of your favorite character from any novels that you have ever liked. So it can be anybody, a character, and write down their bio that represents them actually. And also pen down the novel's name that you have taken the character from. Everybody, you need to be very quick. We are out of time.
Ma'am, can you please reshare the link, because I joined a bit late and I'm not getting the link.
Sure, I'll reshare. It's in the chat box, so you may quickly just do it. Guys, you need to be very quick. We have 36 participants, so at least 15 or 20 should be here on the board.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Please.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry, but I'm not getting my hands on the link. In the chat box, there is no link there.
No, I've reshared.
Okay, I got it. I cannot see the link. Somebody is saying that we cannot see the link.
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll share again.
Ma'am, I had shared it already.
Thank you. And I've shared again as well. So Muhammad Zubair has. But where are the... Okay, so this one, Muhammad Zubair, you will have to upload the bio as well. Just write down what's the bio for this with the character that you've chosen. Mr. Kurd, Very nice, Khansa. Somebody was commented under my post with an anonymous name. I'd request if you can publish your own and a picture as well, so that I am able to see what type of a personality that you see in them. In Elizabeth Bennet. So you see, actually, I can now comment as well. For example, now we have from a novelist, the calm screen plus Arctic and sure, nice. The bad now, that's fine. Thank you. Now I can add a comment here as well. So for instance, if I'm an instructor and I've told you to write it down and I feel that, okay, no, this is not how the picture should have been. So I can actually say, I disapprove, right? And if I post it here, then it would be visible to you, right? And if I say no, it isn't disapproved. So I can actually add it or delete my comment as well. I say approved and it's here. And I say approved and it's here. Or if I say that I want to edit this and if I say, no, I think I'll confused, for instance. So I'll simply update it here. So we can actually share in the comments as well. So your teachers are able or your group mates are able to see your progress as well, right? So we can actually see the screen and we're able to judge what are the people doing. So where are the rest gone? We should have at least a few more responses and then we'll move forward. We have 5 more minutes, guys. Be very quick.
Excuse me, ma'am.
See?
Basically, we got disconnected, so I personally don't know how to edit this, like the photo. And if you can please just repeat it quickly.
Sure. Why not? So when you will open up the link, the screen will appear. That is apparent on the screen right now. Okay. So you'll go here and you can either add a comment that I wouldn't really suggest. I want you to actually touch on this add post, the plus sign. You'll come here and you'll, for instance, say that I like Aya from Ice Candy Man. And for instance, now that I don't have a picture, so we'll simply upload my own photo here. So if this is how Aya looked like, obviously she wasn't like this, it's me, but we can say that this is how. Now, for instance, if we say a pretty and bold lady. And if I color mine and create it green, and if I publish it here, you can actually see here it is. So we have it here. You can just simply publish like that. Is it fine now? Or you want me to repeat again?
No, ma'am, thank you so much. And can we just directly download something from the Google and paste it over here?
Yes, you can download it as well and then paste it here. So for instance, you come here on this plus, you can actually just upload anything that you want to. So for instance, you want to upload a link, attach a link here, you want to upload a picture, a poll, maybe a Google Drive, or anything. Something from YouTube, something from Google locations, or anything. You want to upload a video, you want to add a link, you want to add something from YouTube, you can do it here. It is a very convenient and easy tool.
All right, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to wait a minute.
Okay, so let's look for more. We have Hermione. So we have a comment here. This is mine. So we have a repetition. Or okay. I've got that. This is an anonymous answer. So we have her. Who is an orphan? The boy who left. Now somebody made a very good Somebody made a very excellent. Whose is that? Harry Potter. Who made it? This is a very good. Guys, can you hear me? Who wrote this Harry Potter's Padlet board here? Nobody did. I'd credit myself then. So the boy who lived is something that very, very, very is relevant and lies on with the character of Harry Potter actually, and is a very excellent point that has been made. So a bio that is very relevant to the character.
Ma'am, are we supposed to just write down about the Harry Potter's character or any character from other books as well?
Any character, random character that you like from any novels. No problem. So most of you have actually answered about the character. You didn't have to actually answer, लेकिन आप लोगों को just एक line लिखनी थी about the main character. So you see, now you are all able to actually, Changiz, the reluctant fundamentalist. Very nice. So somebody who made this from Little Woman, you had to add a picture as well, no? So this is really good. I'm very impressed and happy that you all participated almost. So you see, ऐसा है कि आप लोग इस पैडलेट के ऊपर you can actually answer. तो आप लोग अगर for example ग्रुप में काम कर रहे हैं या ग्रुप वर्क चल रहा है, तो उसमें क्या होता है कि at times somebody says that I've started to walk and somebody says that I haven't walked, and sometimes you know you are doubting each other. So you can actually create a Padlet and say that okay, since we're working on something that we have to share with ma'am or with our group leader or whosoever later on, and that too in a digital form, because आजकल हम लोग paperless world की तरफ move कर रहे हैं, तो we are not using paper at all. So we're just submitting the assignments and presentations and everything online. So since we're doing that, so let's just make up a Padlet and just show each other the progress. So इस तरह से nobody would be able to misguide or miscommunicate as well, and everybody would be able to see and judge and understand each other as well. And then any queries they may be, for instance, you say that okay, so all of us will be answering in the whiteboards, and if somebody has a query or an urgent answer that needs to be made, so they may use the color red. So for instance, this guy like Muhammad Zubair, he chose color red to just create his own color and essence in his post that is very correlated to the background of this image. I really like the idea of using this pink color. So for instance, if I say, no, we don't have to upload this. So we can say that, okay, whosoever has an urgent query, they may use, they may use the color red only. Okay, and they are supposed to answer here. So for example, अगर आपको कोई भी query है कि आप कहते हो कि for example, when is the deadline? आप लोग असाइनमेंट पे काम करो और आपको ये नहीं पता कि डेडलाइन कौन सी है, यू विल सिंपली पब्लिश इट है. अब जो भी फौरन से खोलेगा एंड दे सी के यहाँ पर कुछ भी रेड कलर का पब्लिश हुआ है, so they'll simply run into answering you. For instance, they say tomorrow and they upload it, and now you know कि कल इसको पब्लिश करना है, तो आपका सब कुछ ही जो है वो sort of ऑनलाइन जो है वो आपकी कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रही है, कम्युनिकेशन चल रही है. यू डोंट हैव टू कॉल ईच अदर एवरी मोमेंट और सो, और यू डोंट हैव टू रन आफ्टर ईच अदर, यू डोंट हैव टू गेट द शीट्स प्रिंटेड, you don't have to get the registers at home or at hand. So you can actually do everything online, and then you just copy it from here, or simply may get in touch with your instructor and tell them that okay, we have the details here, can we look into this. So I share a fun moment in the meantime while some of the students are working. So I and one of my bosses, we were actually working on a research paper a few months ago. So we were out of ideas for that. So अब हम लोगों को काम भी करना था because it was a donor demand, and so we had to work on it. So what we did is कि हम लोगों ने एक Padlet create कर लिया, और उस Padlet के ऊपर what we did is कि हम लोग को जितनी भी ideas आते थे, so sir would also write them down here and I would also write them down here. So both of us were sort of aware that okay, this is what is his progress and this is my progress. So we were able to connect, and we were able to see each other's point of view as well, their progress as well, their their ideas as well, and then we were actually successful that both of us, हम लोगों ने देखा कि okay, this is your opinion, this is my opinion, I think ये वाला अगर point add कर लें, ये वाला आपका add कर लें, and then we created a Padlet, हमने उसी के ऊपर लिखा, and then that made a good success. उसको हमने then duplicate वगैरह करके, and then we pinpointed the main points, and then we shared it to the concerned person, and then it was actually approved. So you can even work like this as well in a team. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप इसको सिर्फ educational purpose के लिए use करें. It can be used multi-purpose because it has multiple aspects. And the best part is that it is very easy to use. It can be used on web as well. It has an application as well that you can download in your phone and then use it anytime that you feel like. So you may simply do anything. She was young yet adult. Very nice bio. Very, very nice. Matilda. Hamlet. Nice. Robinson Crusoe. Very nice. So this is how exactly you are supposed to work on these applications. And so this is it, I think, from today's. So I can actually show you the rest of the Padlets as well. So we'll simply leave it here and move towards creating 8 minutes. Stop sharing for a minute and then I'll move towards internet is such a problem these days at my So actually now we'll move towards, I think, the next web tool because we are out of time already. So we'll go towards Flipgrid. You just go to Google, write down Flipgrid, and it just appears like this. So since my account is again logged in, so I wasn't asked to add in the details. Rest everybody else has to. So we used it since you can see actually my group English works here. So I did we used to work in it. So I'll show you how we used to work and then I'll again show you something here. So Flipgrid is basically a tool that is very, very, very amazing. So what we do on Flipgrid is that we can actually record either audio or video recordings here. So for instance, you're working in a presentation, you can record here and practice your presentations. For example, you have your defense, you can practice it here and share it with your friends and your teachers as well. You're working on you're going to give an interview, you can practice it here and then you can actually see. And if you're in case working in a group presentation, you can all add in your videos and then publish them here. So since we were we were the first cohort of English Works, so we used to work totally online, and it was that since it was end of COVID as well, and so we were just doing things on a very distanced pace. तो हम लोग का ऐसा होता था कि हम लोग डिफरेंट जो है वो उसके ऊपर ऑनलाइन काम कर रहे थे. तो आई शो यू कि हाउ वी यूज्ड टू वर्क. अब हम लोग की द टीचर यूज्ड टू assign us different subjects. So for instance, he said, write, make up a video of 2 describing do's and don'ts of interviews. So you see, I've actually uploaded a video of mine telling about the do's and don'ts of interviews. Okay, what should be done and what shouldn't be. Okay, and we would share the recording with our friends and colleagues and then ma'am. And then, okay, so for instance, then we move forward, we have American slangs. We were told to do them, and then team building activities. So what can be done? So our teacher told us, he gave us a few points that you can see here. How did you demonstrate leadership skills? Give specific examples in your description, right? Were there times when you felt you were more of a participant than a leader? What are the most effective ways to be a good team participant? So you see, यहाँ पर she gave us the pinpoint answers उन्होंने दे दिए, and then she see 32 people have viewed it. 3 responses are there. You can see I and one of my other colleague, we made these videos and we used to answer we answered these questions and we submitted it to ma'am. So this was a team building activity where both of us were working together and we worked on this assignment and we shared it with ma'am further, and then she would answer us if we did good and if we did not. So it sort of creates a good balance in you, confidence in you, and you're able to actually answer the you get in touch with everybody as well. So now, for instance, if I create a group, okay, so you go here, you are asked, okay, which level you are in. So for instance, we say we are in university. Okay, we are in university, so we'll say web tool experts for learners. Okay, and then we have we just create it, right? So this is how it is created. Now actually I can copy the link and then maybe share it with you a few minutes later. So for instance, now I tell you that, okay, this is the topic that you have to work on. Now I want you guys, for example, this is actually going to be an activity as well. So be very carefully listening to me. Write down, make a video of the character you chose in Padlet and speak one of their dialogues. Okay, so I say this, and now you all would be able to actually see what I want you guys to do. Okay, so now all of you can actually go record here. You see, it will appear. See, I hope you're all able to see me. Now it records the video for like 2 minutes, and you can also do it in the audio version as well. You can actually record the audio as well. You can actually do create as well. So for instance, you say, I'm not going to speak actually, and I don't want anybody to hear me, but I just want my ideas to be pinpointed. So you can actually put them here. So you're able to record yourself. You're able to do it in video form. You're able to do it in audio form. So you can actually see and practice yourself. So for instance, now, and then you can, once you're done, so for instance, you record yourself here. You have recorded. So now it will be recording me. So hello everybody, this is Mumtaz Baloch and I hope you're all doing well. So ये मैंने for example upload कर दिया, ये इसको रोका, and for instance I felt like कि ये ऐसा अच्छा नहीं record हुआ और इस तरह से नहीं होना चाहिए था, so I'll simply go here and retake. Okay, so it says, do you want to delete this clip? And I say yes. Okay, and it will record again. So for instance, we'll record again. Hello everybody, this is Mumtaz Baloch and I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so now if I feel that, okay, this was a good attempt, then I'll simply go upload the clip, or sorry, or upload the video. Where did the video go? So, hello everybody, this is Mumtaz Baloch and I hope you're all doing well. So this is how I made it, and then I say next. And then, hello everybody, this is Mumtaz Baloch and I hope you're all doing well. So now you can actually hear. Hello everybody, this is Mumtaz. So now you can actually replay and hear and then trim and then split and then edit your video here until you are or till you have actually decided that कि यही video है जो कि final step तक जानी चाहिए. तो फिर उसके बाद आप क्या करेंगे, इसे next पे ले जाएंगे. इसका कोई caption है तो आप ये बता देंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं कैप्शन में कहती हूँ कि मैं हम लोग एक प्रेजेंटेशन में काम करें जिसमें मैं हूँ, अनीस है और आयशा है, मैं मिरम है, तो मैं कहती हूँ कि इंट्रो मैं कर रही हूँ, तो मैंने इंट्रो जो है वो रिकॉर्ड करके दिखा दिया कि मैं इस तरह से बोल रही हूँ. आप लोगों को लगता है कि क्या चेंजेस कोई करने चाहिए, तो मैंने जो है वो इंट्रो लिख कर दे दिया एंड मैंने पोस्ट टू टॉपिक कर दिया. अब ये वीडियो जो है ये प्रिपेयर करेगा और उसके बाद जो है वो मेरे फ्लिपग्रिड की वीडियो डैशबोर्ड के ऊपर जो है वो अपलोड कर देगा. अब इसका फायदा ये होगा कि मेरे सारे रूममेट्स को या सॉरी क्लासमेट्स को और जो मेरे ग्रुप मेट्स हैं उन सबको पता होगा कि मैंने जो है वो मेरी प्रोग्रेस क्या है या मैं किस तरह का बोल सकती हूँ, मेरे में कितना कॉन्फिडेंस है, कितना नहीं है, और मेरा क्या एट दिस पॉइंट लेवल है. ठीक है, किसी भी चीज को अंडरस्टैंड करने का। तो नाउ माय अकाउंट इट अपीयर्स एंड नाउ इट सेज ओके, सो Zainab Baloch has answered and here is her video. So you are now able to actually see कि कितने लोगों ने जो है वो उसके रेस्पॉन्सेस दे दिए हैं। सो एक्चुअली अभी हम अपने टॉपिक पे जाएंगे, ठीक है, और यहाँ पर आप लोगों को सबको ये एक्टिविटी करनी है। सो आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर द लिंक विद यू फ्रॉम हेयर, share topic, copy, and then chat me. I'm going to paste it here. You're all requested to join me here and I'm explaining the activity once again, what that you have to do. आप लोगों को करना ये है कि आप लोगों ने सबने अभी अपने फेवरेट कैरेक्टर्स जो हैं वो लिखे थे पैडलेट के ऊपर। अब वो ही उसी एक्टिविटी को हम लोग आगे लेकर चलेंगे। अब आप लोगों को करना क्या है कि जो आप लोगों ने अपना फेवरेट कैरेक्टर लिखा था उसके या तो कोई फेमस डायलॉग होगा जो आपको बहुत पसंद होता है, या तो उसकी कोई एक वन लाइनर होता है, या कोई उसका एक वर्ड होता है जो आपको बहुत पसंद होता है। जैसे कि एक नॉवल है जिसके अंदर वो द राइटर देयर इज अ कैरेक्टर हु कीप्स ऑन सेइंग नथिंग कैन बी डन, नथिंग कैन बी डन। सो यू नो दैट कैरेक्टर लाइन इज वेरी फेमस। और व्हेन शेक्सपियर सेज टू बी और नॉट टू बी, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन। यू नो देयर आर अ फ्यू थिंग्स जो कि आप लोग कर सकते हैं। तो उसमें आप लोगों को ये करना है, ये है कि आप लोगों को अपने उस फेवरेट कैरेक्टर की कोई भी एक लाइन वो एज अ रिकॉर्ड करके इधर अपलोड करनी है in this Flipgrid station. So you have time till 5:10. We have 8 minutes in total, because उसके बाद we have to do a little bit of question answer section as well, and then we'll see if you are able to get anything from this session as well or not. तो आप लोगों के पास सिर्फ 8 मिनट है, you just have to upload that and make sure कि वो लाइन उसी बंदे की ही हो। So for instance आप लोग आया की लाइन ना बोल दें आइस कैंडी मैन की जगह, तो आप लोगों ने जो है वो उसी कैरेक्टर को जिसको आपने पहले उसमें लिखा है पैडलेट में, या फॉर एग्जांपल आपको कोई भी लाइन इस टाइम पर याद नहीं आ रही तो क्रिएट अ लाइन बट स्पीक इन अ वे दैट पर्सन वुड हैव स्पोकन। फॉर एग्जांपल जब आप नॉवल रीड कर रहे होते हो तो यू एक्चुअली विजुअलाइज के ओके इस तरह से ये बंदा बोल रहा होगा, ये सीन हो रहा होगा, ऐसा मैदान होगा, ऐसा जंगल में हो रहा होगा। तो आप वो वैसा ही बिल्कुल आपको माहौल में बोलना है जैसे हरमाइनी यूज्ड टू स्पीक, ट्राई स्पीकिंग लाइक दैट so that we can actually see if you have actually gotten the point or not. So I'm looking forward to the videos coming, and I hope you have all received the link in the chat box as well. I've shared. So I'm looking forward. Is my video, and I'll be hoping to see more responses as well. And the video should not be of more than 30 seconds. It has to be limited to 30 seconds only. The activity is clear, everybody? Let me know if it isn't.
It's clear, thank you.
Sure. Guys, we need responses. Be very quick. This ain't too long. You can just randomly post. We're not checking anybody's English speaking skills or anything at all. We're just trying to look that you've got the point or not. It obviously gets better with experience and with use and practical knowledge as well. So we have one more response as well. I need 3 more at least to apply at least. Hurry up. Why haven't the girls participated? Like Mariam, Noor Fatma, we have girls here. We have Sayyada Farah, Shabana Sajjad. We have Mariam here who has answered. Thank you. Okay, so we'll one by one play, but I'm waiting for the others. So for instance, if I play this one, what does it say?
I myself, Gulfam Ali, and this is one of most important dialogues of Mohsin Hamid from their election fundamentalists. Time only moves in one direction. Remember that thing always changes. It seems an obvious thing to say, but you should not imagine that we Pakistanis are all potential terrorists, just as we should not imagine that you Americans are undiscovered assassin.
So thank you, Gulfam. This was very, very good. Really good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You spoke the way he should have spoken, and a dialogue that has actually reminded me and wants me to, and is pushing me to read again this novel that is The Reluctant Fundamentalist. Excellent. So guys, you can actually now add comments. So for example, as I said, that for instance, if we are presenting, we are making a play. हम लोग को एक स्टेज प्ले क्रिएट करना है जो कि मैम मेरा अक्सर करवा रही होती हैं उसमें इवेंट्स में, then you're actually looking into कि भाई मुझे भी प्ले करना है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल आप एक डिस्टेंस पर हैं और आप नहीं जा सकते और यूनिवर्सिटी में ही होना है, तो यू कैन एक्चुअली रिकॉर्ड योरसेल्फ and show and just attach the link with ma'am, और आप मैम के साथ लिंक शेयर करें और बोलें कि मैम माय एक्टिंग स्किल्स और माय स्पोकन स्किल्स, या अगर आपको कहीं वॉइस ओवर के लिए अप्लाई करना है, यू कैन इवन अप्लाई इस तरह से भी कि अगर आप जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं फॉर एग्जांपल, और आप कहते हैं, वो आपसे कहते हैं कि वेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस, या आपने कहाँ से हमें पता लगे कि आपने ये काम किया हुआ, इस तरह से कुछ भी, तो आप इस तरह के रिकॉर्डिंग्स बनाकर लिंक्स उनके साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं कि ओके ये मैंने इस तरह का बोला है, ये इस तरह के सीन में बोला है, ये फनी तरीके से बोला है, तो ये दे कैन एक्चुअली हायर यू. So these things can be used as and when you want to, and as and how you want to use it. Okay, so you can be very creative with it. So I say excellent, and he'll be able to actually see my comment now. Gulfam, this was really good. So now we'll go play Sayyid's.
Women with minds, they have souls as well as just hearts, and they've got ambitions and they've got talent as well as just beauty. I'm so sick of people saying that women are just made for love. I'm so sick of it.
Excellent. This is too good. Okay, the videos that I've played are on auto mode. So we'll go comment here as well, and we'll say this was fantastic.
Women with minds, they have souls.
Because the way he spoke is something that he's stressing on the points. He says, I'm sick of it. So it's actually very, very good. My apologies for the spelling mistakes at this point. Rosa lag raha hai thoda sa. This is good as well, that you have actually added in the text, but I'd request if we can actually write, we don't create, instead we actually try more of, audio or video recordings, because that is more helpful. So you can actually see कि इस तरह से हम लोग exercises कर सकते हैं, और इस तरह से daily life में जो है वो अपनी expertise hold कर सकते हैं web tools की, और हम लोग इस तरह से काम कर सकते हैं. तो आप लोग different groups create कर सकते हैं, individually use कर सकते हैं इसको, और आप लोग जो है वो activity actually analyze भी कर सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पर क्या है कि मेरे पास आ रहा है वीडियो का response rate was 25%. फिर एवरेज वीडियो लेंथ जो मैंने अपनी अपलोड की वो 4 सेकंड्स की थी, एंड कमेंट रेट क्या था, एंड टोटल एंगेजमेंट कितनी रही है. आप एक्चुअली सारा कुछ आपकी जो स्क्रीन है, आपका जो डैशबोर्ड है, उसके ऊपर विजिबल होता है. तो आपको जरूरत नहीं है किसी के पास जाने के. यू डोंट हैव टू बेग पीपल टू एक्चुअली बी on this platform, but you can actually see what is the progress rate or response rate of everybody around who has joined you for any purpose that you have actually got into. So you can actually go on my videos, और उसके बाद आप देखते रहें कि जी मैंने कितनी वीडियोस अपलोड की हैं. तो इंग्लिश वर्क्स पर when we used to work, तो ये मेरी वीडियोस कुछ अपलोड हुई नहीं है, right? And then we can actually now go towards, so you can actually join it. And I hope I was able कि आप लोगों को समझ आई होगी जो भी I was trying to say. If you any one of you wants to get in touch or ask anything to me later anytime, they may get in touch with me on my given email address that I've shared in the chat box. So you may get in touch with me anytime. If there are any questions, they are welcomed, or we may wind it up. Are there any questions that we have? अब तो या तो सब समझ आ गया, कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया. So thank you so much to everybody who participated. If we have no questions, then I think we'll move forward and wind it up. So I think there are no questions. Thank you so much to everybody who has been very kind and saying thanks to me. Instead, I'd say thanks to you and thank you to Ma'am Idram and the team of English Works who has been and English Alumni Society who has been working on creating such platforms for people around Pakistan who are able to actually get in touch with each other and learn through each other. So I'm very happy to be a part of this team, and I would be happy to have you guys on board again. And any queries, then you may get in touch with me over my email address. And so over to you, Aisha, if you're around. We don't have Aisha around or anybody else from the hosts. We have
So,
Aisha.
ma'am, thank you so much. I once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, and I'd also request the participants to please mark their attendance once again in the poll.
Ma'am, would you have a question in the chat box from Alina?
अच्छा, so basically Padlet पर ऐसा है कि there are a few limitations as well. क्योंकि अगर हम लोग इसको professionally use करें तो फिर obviously professionals are supposed to pay, but I think we can be using it for free as much as we want to. लेकिन इसके ऊपर certain limitations हैं. तो अगर आप for example इसको बहुत frequently use करते हैं तो then you'll have to buy their packages like golden or premium or so on and so forth. And then there's another question that yeah, you can always apply for English Works. When will it reopen? That I'm unsure about. I think it reopens in September or August somewhere, and it is basically advertised on the websites on Relo's page, and you must keep looking into US Embassy's page as well, and then get in touch with Mamiram and the team of English Alumni Society. They are always aware and they're always advertising. You should always take part in such activities, and English Works is an amazing platform for enhancing your knowledge and enhancing your ideas and everything, and it's just boosts your confidence so much. I'm able to sit here and speak so much. It is just because of English Works that I took part in.
Thank you so much.
So I think we're going to end the session now. So in the end, I'd also like to thank all the participants for their participation and cooperation in today's insightful session. And this is all from our side today. Thank you all for joining, and happy Iftari.